The Obama administration proposed changes to its contraception mandate Friday morning. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services says it will expand exemptions currently offered to churches to other religious organizations. The provision simplifies the existing definition of a religious employer as it relates to contraceptive coverage and proposes accommodations for additional nonprofit religious organizations. The change is meant to clarify the administration's rules on who qualifies as a religious employer. The definition is simplified to match the IRS's use of the term, and the Washington Post notes employers get a guarantee they won't be charged. Under this proposal, objecting nonprofits will be allowed to offer employees a plan that does not cover contraceptives. Their health insurer will then automatically enroll employees in a separate individual policy, which only covers contraceptives at no cost. Initially, the Affordable Care Act required all employers to cover contraceptives for women. Some religious groups opposed the requirement, saying it forced them to act against their beliefs.
The law went into effect last year, and you remember that there was a major uproar from religious institutions that do not support contraception.
But many employers are still unhappy with the change. Fox News reports there are dozens of lawsuits seeking to block implementation of the coverage. They say the definition of a religious employer is still not broad enough.
This proposed rule change will apparently not apply to private sector companies that are owned and operated by people with religious objections to this mandate. So companies like Hobby Lobby, for example, one of the litigants, would still be obligated to provide this coverage.
The Beckett Fund for Religious Liberty, which represents many companies in the lawsuits, says this mandate is still unacceptable and that any employer should be able to follow their conscience, whether they're a religious organization or not. The administration is seeking comment on these proposals and welcomes feedback from all Americans through April 8, 2013. For Newsy, I'm Candace Avilés.